In today's video, we delve into a provocative question. Will climate activism lead to the biggest loss of human rights in history? As the movement gains momentum, we explore how governmental responses, economic disruptions, and corporate involvement shape this dynamic landscape. We'll also discuss the intersection of environmental justice with human rights and the delicate balance between security and freedom in the pursuit of a sustainable future. Join us as we unpack the critical issues surrounding climate activism and its potential implications for human rights worldwide. 1. The rise of climate activism. Climate activism has gained significant traction over the past decade, with movements like Fridays for Future and Extinction Rebellion leading the charge. These groups have successfully mobilized millions of people worldwide to demand urgent action from governments and corporations. Their tactics range from peaceful protests to civil disobedience, all aimed at raising awareness and pushing for change. However, as these movements grow, so do concerns about their potential implications on our fundamental rights. 2. Government responses to climate activism. Governments around the world have responded to climate activism in varying ways. Some have embraced the movement, implementing policies to reduce carbon emissions and promote renewable energy. Others, however, have resorted to more authoritarian measures, cracking down on protests and restricting freedom of expression. In some cases, activists have faced arrest and detention, raising questions about the balance between environmental protection and individual liberties. It's essential to examine whether these responses are justified or if they pose a threat to human rights. 3. The potential for economic disruption. Efforts to combat climate change often involve significant economic shifts, such as transitioning away from fossil fuels and investing in green technologies. While these changes are necessary for a sustainable future, they can also lead to economic disruption and job losses. Industries reliant on fossil fuels may face decline, impacting workers and their communities. This raises concerns about the right to work and the potential for social inequality. Ensuring a just transition that protects both the environment and human rights is crucial. 4. Environmental justice and human rights. Climate change disproportionately affects vulnerable communities, exacerbating existing social inequalities. Climate activism must prioritize environmental justice, ensuring that marginalized populations are not left behind in the fight against climate change. This involves recognizing the interconnectedness of environmental and human rights issues, as well as advocating for policies that address both simultaneously. By doing so, we can work towards a more equitable and sustainable future. 5. The role of corporations in climate activism. Corporations play a significant role in both contributing to climate change and addressing it. Many companies have pledged to reduce their carbon footprints and invest in sustainable practices. However, the pursuit of profit can sometimes overshadow genuine environmental efforts, leading to greenwashing and neglect of human rights considerations. Holding corporations accountable and ensuring transparency is essential to prevent the erosion of human rights in the name of climate activism. 6. Balancing security and freedom. As climate activism continues to grow, so do concerns about security and public order. Governments may introduce measures to maintain peace, but these actions can sometimes infringe upon civil liberties. Striking a balance between security and freedom is crucial to ensure that climate activism does not lead to a loss of human rights. This requires ongoing dialogue and collaboration between governments, activists, and the public to find solutions that respect both our environment and our rights. 7. Legal frameworks and human rights protection. International human rights frameworks, such as the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, provide a foundation for protecting individual liberties. However, climate change presents new challenges that require adaptation and expansion of these frameworks. Ensuring that human rights remain at the forefront of climate activism involves updating legal protections and creating policies that address the unique intersection of environmental and human rights issues. This is a critical step in preventing the potential loss of rights as climate activism progresses. Ultimately, while climate activism is essential for addressing the urgent threat of climate change, it is crucial to remain vigilant about its potential impact on human rights. By fostering dialogue, ensuring accountability, and prioritizing environmental justice, we can work towards a future that respects both our planet and our fundamental liberties.